Good morning, Family Feud Fantasy Football League. Really excited to chat with you here on their week 4. We had a chance to actually get out to the Grit Ass Iron and FoRow compound at their satellite headquarters location and meet with a couple of team owners. There have been some rumblings going on throughout the league about one particular team's performance over the last 3 weeks. I'll let the interviews speak for themselves and let you hear some of that insider knowledge. This is Max with Max's Madness. We're out here polling team owners regarding the Jerking Goffs. We're here with Stephanie Polito of the Real America's team. Stephanie, what are your thoughts on the Jerking Goffs and the ownership under Tyler Nardone?
You know, this is a tough league to, be successful in. There's a lot of moving parts. But, if there's really anything I can say is that, I'm not afraid when we have to play him later this season based on his performance early on.
We're now here with Aman Amishin, and we're trying to understand a little bit more about the league's thoughts on Jerking Goff going 0-3. What are your thoughts, Courtney?
I mean, it's tough, It's really tough to hear, especially since, it's my husband. But, God does have favorites. And obviously, that's all I'll say about that.
Had some crazy comments and feedback regarding the new team owner that has jumped into the fantasy league. I know being up in Traverse City, you might not hear as much of the rumblings that are happening more in the southeast region of Michigan, but we wanted to give him a chance to talk about his team and the direction that he's going strategically to help give the Traverse City fans and give the league something that it deserves. First interview of the season. Very, very excited to get into this. Thank you, Mr. Nardone, for taking the time to sit down with us. I know you're running a practice right now. You got your coaching staff that's taking care of that, but we appreciate you giving us some time. Can you share what this means to you and how your experience is going as a new team owner so far?
Sure thing. First of all, thank you, Max, for having me on as your first interview. Very exciting to be here. As far as how my first year is going, you said it. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's been a lot of work. A lot of prep. Me and my boys working hard every day. I'm so proud of the team, and I'm proud of our fans that have come out and support us, and it's been an incredible journey. We're making changes every day. We're constantly looking to improve, and that's what we're going to keep doing. I mean, that's what it's all about. So, yeah.
I love that. I think having strong leadership really coming into this helps set the tone when it comes to the trickle-down effect to the rest of the coaching staff and to your players as you continue to move in. Now, if we jump into kind of some of the positives, week 1, you had a very interesting matchup. That matchup actually ended up being against your wife. So not only was it your first matchup, but it was against your wife. Walk us through your preparation and how you motivated your team to really battle in that head-to-head matchup.
Sure, yeah. Week one was that was a tough week, and we knew it was going to be going into it. Obviously that was matchup with my wife. In a situation like that, I have to live with her every day. I didn't want to lose. I didn't want her to have that over me. So I tried really, really hard to, aside from the work on the field, I tried to play a mental game. I tried to get in her head a lot. Every morning I would kind of get up early and I would swap a couple of items of furniture. I threw away some of her stuff. Really just trying to get her, on the back heel, a little bit confused, kind of constantly on edge. Just kind of a constant gaslighting, and because we had to come out of the gate strong and win. But it's okay, it didn't work out. I think she probably cheated a lot. I think she, I don't know. I don't think it was fair. I think the refs screwed up. I think everybody screwed up. I think it was kind of, I think history will vindicate me in this, but that it's in the past, and so we're taking it 1 week at a time.
Now, it did come out for you. You ended up taking the loss here in the beginning. You went 101.82. It was a close matchup. You were only down. You only took the loss 103.2. So she didn't really dominate you. The mental warfare was really playing a good part. When we think about that, one of the conspiracies that I heard coming from the fans as we were talking to, the local Travis City fan base, they mentioned potentially the conspiracy that's going around was there could have been some insider knowledge that the opposing team, Amon and Mission, might have had, and we're using that. They might have seen a playbook, might have seen something that was able to make that competitive advantage to come out with a win. Now, we saw they didn't have, they haven't really scored over 90 points in the last 2 weeks. It was the only game that they went over 100 points was against you. Could that potentially be a true theory, or is it kind of all just talk right now?
Yeah. I mean, you could see the projections. I think at one point she had a 1% chance of winning for the projections. So, I think you just have to take what you take away from that is that statistics are fake and it's fake science. Maybe just a step below voodoo and reading chicken bones. So. I think numbers are fake. I think statistics are fake, and you can't put any trust in that crap. So I definitely think she probably had to have cheated. I mean, there's not really any way around that. I was relying on her as sort of, in our house, the more in plugged in to the football sphere. So I was relying on her to help me make picks in the draft, and I think she, I think she completely fucked me on that one. So I think I'm done trusting her. I think I'm done trusting projections. I think I'm done trusting the fathead know-it-alls on the TV screen. I think it's just going to be me. It's just me from now on, and my intuitions. And I think that's going to bring me to victory going forward.
I like that. Trust no one. Locked door strategy. Now, I know you said might have tried to look for some advice from him on a mission, more friendly nature, not necessarily specific things, and it might have burned you throughout that. Are there any key roster decisions that you regret, or maybe you would approach differently now as a team owner coming in? You have a couple of games under your belt. Is there anyone out of your lineup that maybe specifically speaks out to you and says, hey, maybe we shouldn't have gone this high on this person?
Yeah, regrets on my team. I think honestly, I think everyone I picked I kind of regret. I think Evan Ingram's was a bum. I think Jamar Chase is a bum. I think Jalen Hurts is kind of a bum. Rashad White's kind of a bum. Puka Nacua, he got hurt. I can't say if he's a bum or not, but he got hurt, and so he's out. So, it's a team of bums, and I kind of regret picking all of them. But at the same time, my philosophy is to live life without regrets, and to just kind of keep working with the hand that you're dealt, and keep going forward. And and I love these guys, and so I think really at the end of the day, no, I don't have any regrets. So. Yes, I kind of regret all of them, but also at the same time, no regrets at all. So, yeah.
All right. The team might be looking at your interview.
I just said no regrets.
You might have a holdout coming on there.
They're bums.
Okay, they are bums. Now, as I told you, we were talking to kind of your fan base, specifically in Traverse City, knowing that's where your home stadium is. We did talk to a young fan, and they had asked us, so shout out to Riley in Traverse City. Riley wanted us to ask you, do you have any advice that you would give to a young adult that is looking to make a splash in the fantasy football league?
Yeah, that's very sweet. Thanks for your comments there, your questions there, Riley. Yeah, any advice I can give a young person who's looking to, try and get into fantasy, I would say don't do it. I would say just don't even try. It's total horseshit, and you think maybe that you'll do something special, but you're probably not special. You're probably going to lose, and it's a big waste of your time. It sucks, and I would say, what's great is if you just don't try, you never have to be disappointed, and that goes for most things in life. So you give up early, don't try, and save yourself a lot of embarrassment.
All right, new strategy, it sounds like. I was going to ask you here, we're just under a quarter of the way through the season. Sounds like we're in the strategy mindset here of just don't try so then you don't get hurt down the road. Now, the team's been struggling out of the gate. You're currently sitting at a 40% chance of making the playoffs this year, let alone capturing your first win. Right now, you're 0-3. Can you share what changes are being implemented within the coaching staff or within the locker room to really turn the ship around and gain your first win? Now, I know you said set expectations low or non-existent, but is there anything else that you can share with us that you maybe even spoke to the guys about?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I might have a lot of duds. It might look like I have a lot of duds right now, okay? But my coaching style and my philosophy has always been, coal into diamonds, right? Like, do you like pistachios?
Yeah, pistachios are good.
Yeah. Okay, so who doesn't like a pistachio? You can go to the store and you can buy pistachios with the shell on or without the shell on, right? And I think, and the ones without, the de-shelled ones are like $10 more or something like that, right? They're expensive and they're fancy. And the meat is right there. That pistachio meat is right there available. But I like to buy the shelled pistachios, okay? And then you have to work at it, right? You got that hard outer shell protecting that meat, and you got to work at it. And you got to break away that shell to get that meat. And that's what we're going to do. I mean, right now we still got the shell on, and we are going to keep breaking away at it. We're going to work hard, and yeah, I mean, eventually you're going to see my team's meat, I think. So, we're just gonna keep working away at it.
I like that. Well, we can't wait to see your team's meet. I think we're most looking forward to that for the season. I'm looking forward to seeing you break out of your shell. Yeah. Sometimes you got to let a peacock fly. That's right. Spread its wings. We got a long road ahead of us in this Family Feud Fantasy League. Nothing comes without challenges. We wish you the best of luck in the rest of the season. We look forward to reconnecting with you in the middle of the season, hopefully to celebrate your first win.
I'm excited to see how this season unravels. Obviously, it was a tough start, and we got nowhere to go but up. I think projections are looking pretty solid this week for my matchup, I believe, with Jessica Breen. Projected to win, which of course means nothing because those numbers are fake and it's all made up. So we'll see what happens. But can't get any worse than this. We're still working hard, and I'm excited to see what'll happen. If I end up not winning, I will scream and cry and shit myself, and I will never talk to any of you people ever again. But other than that, having fun and looking forward to it.
Well, thank you, Mr. Nardone. I know you got to go have your team go run sprints, so we will let you go. But thank you. Back to you in the studio. Obviously, that interview was done during the practice rounds for the Week 4 matchups. Congratulations, Tyler, on your first win as a team owner and first win in the league. We talked to a couple other team members, one specifically where winning has essentially been second nature so far, someone that's been 3-0 and was MVP last week. Alex Oral had some things to say about Tyler and the Jerking Goff's first win here, so we'll turn it over there.
Thanks, Max. The Jerking Goff team manager, Tyler, must have been praying to the old gods and the new this weekend because he finally harvested his first win. Whether this is a meteoric rise for the King or the hitting of rock bottom for his opponent, Jessica, I think it's too early to tell. With players like Jahmyr Chase and Aaron Jones on his team looking more and more dangerous, so too will Tyler. So it will be interesting to see those things develop. He better keep the pedal to the metal, though. Otherwise, Jerking Goff might just be what Tyler will find himself doing during the playoffs. Back to you, Max.
That's going to do it for week 4 of Max's Madness. If you want to see another interview, maybe you're interested in another team owner and what they're doing to make sure that they're making playoffs this year, leave a comment, leave a like, let us know who you want us to talk to next. We'll see you next week on Max's Madness. All right. Take two. Take two. All right. Take two. Well, we're really looking forward to seeing your teams meet. I'm at least excited to see your teams meet.
Oh, yeah. You're going to love my meat. You don't do that. Don't cut that out. Don't do that.
Don't put that in there.
What's the question? Oh, was that just the end of it? Okay. All right.
Last parting words.
This is my last parting words.